Now you're holding the stick very much with a finger on there. I think that can work very well, but it's slightly at the moment. It looks a little awkward with your hand. So what I suggest you do is I mean, what my conductor said to me was, you should, when you're getting used to a baton, you should just hold it the whole time. It should be there when you're watching telly or when you're doing whatever you're doing, as far as you can, just so you get used to it and you're always playing with it and holding it so it feels natural. Actually, just try it with mine and see how different that feels. And do the same thing. Now you'll try and control that energy, so the energy is focused. That's it. It looks more natural. That's it. So on the second beat, you do quite a big sort of release event. That's better. But it's got to have enough energy that it gets you across your body to where the third beat is. That's better. Now, does that feel very uncomfortable? The problem is that if you've been doing a lot of movement, to come back from that to doing, controlled focus movement, it will suddenly feel like you're doing nothing at all, or you're not doing enough. And the hard thing, for you and I, is working with inexperienced singers and players. You're always putting energy in to try and motivate things, and in that process, your gestures go way haywire and wild. But actually, in the end, you get more control if you do less. So you've always got something in reserve. When you really do need to do big things. I mean, it's just like piano playing, isn't it? I mean, you always, you need enough weight to play quietly, because quietly isn't just bleh, it's focused, isn't it? But then you need always to have something huge in reserve so that you can play fortissimo, especially like this piece, which is. So it's the same sorts of principles, exactly.
So it would be different.
I tell you one thing is that you're holding the stick like that, so that your hand is sideways on. Now I would turn your hand around that way because I think of it like this, that I'm sort of pointing at you almost, so that I feel that I have control right there. And if I did it like that, and also slightly you're pinning, not hugely, it just looks a little bit like your arm is a little awkward there. And how would you just shake my hand? Yeah, there you are. See, there's a natural place where you reach out just there. Now, if you you don't want to do too much leaning forward with your shoulders, but there's a natural place where your arm would come out, and that's about the place where your beat would look natural. Yeah, because if I came to you and shook your hand like that, you'd think, hang on a minute, keep away from me. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
Everything you do in conducting, in the gestural sense, to be effective, you're always thinking about how can I make what I'm doing look completely natural, because then it's not an issue. And whenever you do things that are tense or overly energised, people don't analyse it in those terms. They don't think what you're doing wrong, but they find it very hard to relax and feel comfortable performing for you. So it's a way of showing everybody that you're in control and you have the authority to be there without actually saying anything at all. Just because the way you stand, the way you look, everyone thinks, oh my gosh, he's the boss. And that's what you want. All in the service, it isn't ego trip, obviously, it's in the service of getting them to work harder and think more about what they're doing, and that you're not in their way. So try not, you tend to just a little bit put your head forward, try and stand without feeling uncomfortable about it. Try and find a natural position whereby, like as if you were singing, with your singers. You would if they were doing that, you'd say, well, you can't, your throat won't open, and you can't use your diaphragm. So likewise, you've got to have a sort of a feeling of open shoulders about it, that sort of thing. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, that's better. Now, what I'd like you to think about now, carry on doing that. The first beat has a lot, that's better. Yeah, so all the beats are the same. You only notice the first beat because it rises so high. but they all have the same energy. Now you see you did an accent there, and you did it early there. How does that feel with that stick compared to this one?
I'll have to hold this one again and see. I think because there's so many things I'm doing at the moment, I'm not really feeling much difference between the two.
Okay, fair enough. Well,
Yeah.
stick with that. I mean, there's not much in the heaviness weight department between them, I don't think.
Mm.
So I like something just a little bit bigger in my hand. That's all in that way. But okay, so the next thing is to think about weight action. So do, instead of just beating 4 beats, I want you to do this thing where you beat 1 and 2 and that.
Sorry. It's the stopping which seems to go against
Yes.
what we've just
But that's very clear. That's very clear. Yes, because you don't all the time. The gesture still looks, because it looks like you come to rest. No, it doesn't look. It doesn't look like. It doesn't look awkward or clumsy. It just looks like you stop, and then all of a sudden you move on. Now do it so you keep beating 1 and 2 and 3.
Music's playing in my head. Okay. Sorry.
Feel the lift of the energy to the next beat point. When you get to here, 1 and 2, your baton does a lot of that. You do a lot of things there, so it doesn't need quite so much. So I'll just show you so you can see on the camera how I would do it. So 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. The hardest one is from 2 to 3 because you've got to get all the way from there to there, and it doesn't look like. And it's very easy to set off, and you do the energy, and then you've got to only halfway. You have to get all the rest over. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. It's also easy to do. You know, every preparation for a bar line that you do at the beginning. Okay, this isn't so much of that. It's very, very subtle because really you want to be with the oboe and then with the clarinet